Hey there. You are watching the Jessa channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and this is The Sims 2 in 2019. This is The Sims 2, the Ultimate Collection, the Complete Collection. And we are playing today, we're going to be playing Claire, who is currently visiting the Romany caravans. And she is there because she has found out that her beloved, Dr. Quist, who lives in this little townhouse right here, has a little problem. Yeah. Dr. Quist is a vampire. The way I'm playing vampirism in Kettle Falls is as a curse, as something that is something to be removed through medicine, through witchery, or through potions. I don't really want to have vampires in my hood, so this is my way of dealing with this particular challenge that the doctor has. I do like having the supernatural witches very much, and they're a big part of Kettle Falls. And we also do have aliens, although they don't have the whole green skin type thing. So I like things to be fantastical, but I also want them to have some basis in kind of a realism, sort of. Long and short of it, we're going to the Romany caravan to heal the doctor of his woes. So we're going to head on into the caravan, and I will see you on the other side. Claire has just arrived at the Romany caravans, where it is still snowing. And though she is tired and also hungry and in her third trimester, she is desperate to find a cure. She walks over to the caravans and notices the brothers talking, and I think she's going to ask one of them for help. She sees all of these potions and wonders which one she could possibly need to buy, or whether she'll need to have to pay extra to get one homemade. Okay, so over here, let's talk to Sylvanus. Claire walks over and she very gently says, "Excuse me." Let's see. We're just going to wait for them to get done talking. The brothers really enjoy each other's company and can talk for quite a while. Claire is not at all attracted to him. He's very hungry, so I might let him go eat. But let's see if we can talk to his brother. Oh, they're both hungry. While Claire chats with Agnes. She's talking about her upcoming baby and sharing the news with him. And he is politely interested. Despite being quite hungry. After sharing her news, she begins to share with him that she is in need of talking to, that she's in need of a potion, and asks if his mother is awake. He says that she is not, and that he needs to come back later. But he does, actually, that's not true. It looks like he has gone over to show her what is available. But the only thing that Claire can see here is this perfume here. So let me go have Agnes. I think the best way to do this is to do this. And Agnes says that his mother's asleep, but he believes that this potion might solve her needs. Let's see if he's correct. Now he is guessing because I'm pretty sure that this Visions of Dark Magic perfume is not going to solve her vampirism. But I think it would be interesting that Agnes does buy this potion. I mean, sell this potion to her. So the way we do it is we just grab the potion here. And then we're going to put it into Agnes's inventory. And I feel like what he would say is when his mother woke up, he would say, someone came by looking for you, Mom, and, well, you were asleep. And so I decided to sell her some of this potion. She said she needed something to cure a curse. So, and she'd say, you silly boy! Why didn't you wake me? That's not the potion she needs. But Claire would not know this because she is already gone. So what we're going to do is have Agnes sell her this potion by giving it to her as a gift. So we'll go here. His hunger is pretty low, so we'll have to get this done really quickly. Let's exchange gift. Give gift. He says, this is what you're looking for. Give this to the person afflicted. Have them take it. Rest, and in the morning they will be well. She takes it. A little bit nervous. Are you sure? I'm sure, he says. Trust me. Trust me. Claire says, if you insist, I will. And then she runs off and leaves the lot. So what we're going to have her do is have her leave the caravan here. We're going to walk to lot. And I think we might have her visit her partner and have her give him the potion and see what happens. As you can see, he is feeling unwell. He's got a bit of the collie wobbles. And so we're going to head to his house. And unfortunately, it may not allow us to go directly to his house. So we might have to go home and invite him over. Let's cancel this. And then, yeah, it's going to do that. That's what I thought. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to walk home, and then we can't walk directly to his lot. So let's walk home and invite him over. Claire arrives at the doctor's townhouse. In her inventory is what she hopes will help him. Let's see. Let's have, so she says hello and comes on in and says, I can hear her calling out, darling, darling. Let's have her sit here and wait for him. And in fact, she might be a bit hungry, so let's have her eat a little bit while she waits. The doctor has a craving for Mexican food, maybe because the salsa reminds him of blood. I don't know. Okay, I just made myself never want to eat anything Mexican again. Or at least not salsa. Okay, and then let's have him come down here and talk with her. And I think he just confesses that he's just not been feeling himself. Not at all. Ever since he visited, and oh, she starts immediately talking about the baby. Oh. But ever since he visited over at the flop house and spent some time with Cameron Leslie, who is a practitioner of the arcane arts, the doctor doesn't know that the curse that has been placed upon him came from Cameron Leslie's wand itself. But that's where it did come from. And he just knows that for the last few sim days, he has just not been himself. Exhausted, tired, can't keep clean, can't keep full, constantly yearning and thinking of nothing but, well, he can't even say it out loud. But that his craving for the unspeakable. But he is grateful to see Claire. She comes over and they talk for a while, and that's a wonderful thing. He really does care for her. But his life since coming to Kettle Falls has not been the dream he thought it would be. He's been lonely, he's been confused. His business is going all right, and he's got a baby on the way, but he doesn't feel like he can offer her his hand in marriage when he feels like this. He's so confused. Anyway, let's see what they have to say for each other. And they keep talking about the baby. That's wonderful. But Claire is going to let him know eventually that she has something that could help him. Let's change topic to paranormal. And he mentions how he has not been attentive to her romantically. And that if she'd like, he's happy to go upstairs. As he hears, because she is talking about how the baby, she's been pregnant for a while, she's tired. He says, I'm tired too. I know I haven't been been there for you during this pregnancy. He says, I know that. But we're here now. And then with a little wink, he says, and I understand that there's a certain activity that couples can do that does help to bring on labor. Claire smiles at him. She's interested for sure. But before she does so, she wants to talk about this curse. So let's see if she continues with that. I don't think she's going to. No, she's actually not going to. She is 100% interested. And you know what? I think I wonder if she says, I was going to talk to you about something important, but I'm not sure. Let's see. But let's see if he's interested. Let's see if he wants to hear about it. No, he's not really interested in talking about a potion. He wants to talk. He wants to get busy. He wants to get busy. He does talk a little bit about the business and how it's going well. But you know what? I think it's time for these guys to get down and funky. So, let's click a woohoo. Let's click bed. I think Claire would not feel comfortable about being intimate on the couch in front of these open windows. And so let's get that going. And finally, Claire gets some lovin' of the horizontal nature. The horizontal nature of lovin'. They're going to do the horizontal mambo, and we're going to, I try not to, spend too much time staring, but, let's see what they talk about. The baby. And, yeah, she says, your skin feels so chilly. He says, well, why don't I let you warm my heart? And let's go over here and look out the window for a while. After some getting to know each other through talking and sharing, in which Claire brings up that she has been reading a book about how to be a great mom. He says, well, like I said, I'm sure you'll be a great mom. But right now, I have different things in mind. And bing, bada boom, bada bing, it's love. Which means that we're going to have some baby popping right soon. It's time for baby popping. But what we need to do is we do need to give him that potion before Claire leaves. Yes, perfect. Claire rubs her belly and walks over. Let's go ahead and hug him. Romantic, and just do a few more things here. Give him a gentle kiss. Another romantic kiss. Claire is feeling finally like there's hope. And oh, okay. So how do we interpret that? Claire looks up at her sim goddess and is like, do I have to? Maybe it's because his skin feels so clammy to the touch that I think it brings to the forefront her need to give him that potion. So with that, we are going to do just that. And we are going to, let's actually do exchange gift and have him give her something too if he has anything in his inventory. It's like kissing a kind of, his mouth has a taste to it. A taste almost of ashes. Suddenly her sister who lies in her sister, now ashes herself, who lies in the cold mausoleum at St. Agatha's, passes through Claire's mind. And she thinks about every time she's with him, he reminds her almost of death. That's just, it's so awful to her that she feels that the potion must be given now. It's the best way she can think of to describe it in her head. It's like an ashen taste to his mouth. Here. She says, this will help you. Please, please. Allow me to, and then it all comes pouring out of her. I went down to the Romany caravans, and one of the hedge witch's sons, one of the Romany boys, he gave me this. He said it might make you feel better. Won't you try it? He says, you would do that for me? Yes, I have. And he accepts gratefully. And then he says, I have something for you as well. Now let's see what he would have. Oh, perfect. Oh, he has a potion in here too. Oh, that, duh. Oh my God, where'd he get a potion from? I have no idea. Okay, that was my dirt moment for the day. But he has gone to the cafe. She mentioned to him during one of their phone calls that she has had a great craving for sweets. And so he gives her some fruit tartlets. He also has a lot of medicine in here, which he could give her as well too, but you know, she's not ailing from anything. But yeah, let's go ahead and give her this tarts. Now, what you're seeing in action is the Exchange Gifts mod. And the Exchange Gifts mod is allows you to do basically what we just did. I like it better than the Give Gift interaction because the people, their reactions are based more on, and you can go and you can find this mod on Mod The Sims 2, Exchange Gift mod, or just Google Exchange Gifts mod Sims 2. But it allows the Sims to have a more positive reaction because I believe it's based on their relationship rather than the cost of the gift. And you don't have to give something back. You can just cancel the second giving gift interaction if you want to. And so let's get Bindlewick to take this potion. And I think the best way to do this is, first of all, we're going to say goodbye to Claire. We're going to stop controlling Claire, and we're going to have him say goodbye. Actually, let's have him say something to the baby. Say goodbye to the baby. Oh, and that's a wonderful thing. And then let's send her home if we can. And once we do that, I'll have him take the potion. So we're going to say goodbye to him. He grabs her and she can't help but grimace before leaning in, which I think he notices. I think he notices that. So rather than something that he needs to drink, he sprays it on himself, thinking that maybe it will help his skin feel better in some way. Let's see what it's done for him. Yeah. Dr. Bindlewick Quist is, well, he's now a changed man. He looks at his bed and he wants to climb in it. Is it even worth it? He doesn't know it, but the potion that the Romany, the Agnes Romany sold to his partner, his beloved, the woman that he cares for, who the mother of his child, was a potion of darkness of the mind. A potion that makes someone feel hopeless. A potion of cynicism, a potion of pain. And that is, it's clouding his entire mind. He has no idea what's going on. He fights the urge to climb into bed, to give up, to put all of his pain. He came to Kettle Falls looking for a new life. He was fresh out of medical school. He was so hopeful. He was so, looking for a wife, looking for love. And what did he find? He found embarrassment. He found humiliation. He has had 3, I believe, nervous breakdowns. One of them at a wedding where he found himself reaching out to kiss the bride inappropriately. The new bride of Montague Adams, Rose Demeter Adams. He's had it hard, and all of a sudden, all of it falls in on his head. Like the houses, like the walls of a house, I should say, falling in on top of a man. And with that, he loses several points of playful points and several points of nice. We're going to play that out by spawning here the personality adjuster. And then we're going to choose to set personality levels. And then for his niceness, and then his playfulness. And I'm going to set the niceness to, we're going to set it to 1 point each, just 1, and see if that works. Now, let's go over here and we'll just go out of this screen. Here we go. So yeah, serious and grouchy. He's missed work. He's depressed, but it's beyond a normal depression. It's almost a cynicism about the life itself. Is it even worth it? He had so much going for him. He was good looking, he knew. Good-hearted, he felt, usually. Occasionally, he harbored resentment. But he thought that was natural. He's had a couple failed relationships, but he just thought he hadn't met the one. He turns and looks down at his book holder here, his little magazine and book holder. And right here he sees a dark book, a black book, and it reminds him of, well, his old childhood Bible. And suddenly, without hesitation, he stands up and he says he needs to talk. Let's go see. First of all, let's see if anyone's on that he can talk to. He just needs to talk to someone, and he knows that Montague can sometimes be on very late at night. He's questioning, what is going on? Why do I feel so hopeless? He punches his hands together in a fist, just like thinking about he can't let go of old resentments. That one guy who got a better grade than him by stealing his own work in the lab at medical school. His ex, who told him that he would amount to nothing and would never have a family, and that. Even his own father, who was just always so preoccupied in his own career. His father was also a doctor and passed that down, never having time for his only son. He just feels like he has no one in his corner. The doctor does. It's almost like there's an actual cloud around him, just keeping him low and sad. At this point, he's not even remembered that he has a son on the way. He's forgotten he has love from his girlfriend. None of it even matters anymore. And then he starts to talk himself into wondering whether, is it true? Does she even really love him? Maybe she was making it up. Maybe she just wanted to have intimacy with him and go to bed with him, and then she just took off right after. Everything that he thought was real starts to look false. As he's talking with Montague, all of it starts to pour out. He types in, "What's the use, Montague? I know I owe you a deep apology for attempting to, being inappropriate at your wedding." He pauses, and Montague, the words underneath the screen says, "Montague Adams is typing." He waits, and then the following words pop up, and he says, "When I first came here, Bendelwick, may I call you Bendelwick, since we're talking?" Bendelwick types in, "Yeah, sure, it doesn't matter." Montague says, "When I came here, I was homeless. I had a gambling addiction, and it took me down. I lost my business, I lost my wife, I lost my family, I lost my respect. And then finally, I lost my home." And then it continues. Bendelwick is typing. After a little while, the doctor sits back and watches as words come up on the screen. Bendelwick says, "What got me through it? Faith. Faith. When I couldn't afford even a place to eat or anything to eat, I could go to the church. I could go to St. Agatha's and I could get some food. I could clean myself up. And then I could go over to the town hall and keep warm there and read books, better myself in some way. Listen, I know you haven't been here in Kettle Falls," Bendelwick continues, "for very long. but I can tell you there's some hope. Why don't you call the vicar? Write him. Send him an email. Tell him you'd like him to come around. Bindlewick says, I don't know. He continues to type. I don't know. What does it matter? I don't know. And then he sits there. He says, I gotta go. And then he sits there for a while. And then he finds his hands reaching out. Hey, Vicar. This is Dr. Quist, Bindlewick. And I know it's late. It's 1:30. But if you happen to be up, could you stop by? I could use. I don't know. I don't know. Pressing the enter key and sending it before he can change his mind. Within a couple of minutes, a little message pops up on screen. It says, Dr. Quist, it's always a pleasure to see you. I will be right over. And with that, Dr. Bindlewick Quist reaches out for help. The vicar says, hello, hello. And even though the vicarage is not too far away, it's just around the corner. The vicar has made himself ready and come over to a parishioner's need in short order. He carries in one hand a well-worn spiritual text, a copy of his Bible. Immediately, the vicar just starts to talk and share. And he starts out by talking about a broken heart, or a heart that may have been broken several times. The vicar just speaks. His voice is almost monotonous in a way, in a pleasurable way, like a type of ASMR. It makes Bindlewick, his skin tingle. That deeply cold feeling that he has felt for so long starts to soothe and ease. The vicar's soft, caring voice does not ever ask anything of Bindlewick. It never says, do this, pray that, be this. It only talks about stories. Stories of healing, stories of hope, stories of care, stories of wellness. Some time goes on, and the gentlemen continue to talk. Bindlewick has a hard time accepting what the vicar says at times. Sometimes he feels resistant, that cynicism fighting through his very veins. What does it matter? Whoa, who cares? Why does it even matter? The vicar says it matters because life itself matters. Love matters. Vicar says it's not all about the love of romance. It's about the love of the heart, the love of spirit, the love of something beyond yourself. There is no doubt in my mind, he says, my child, that you are a successful man, but that you are just simply enmeshed in darkness. So the vicar says, I'm going to leave something with you. And I'm going to, if you don't mind, say a little prayer. All righty. And The vicar and Bindlewick at first does not feel very comfortable about this. He's a man of science. He is a man of the logical. This prayer stuff, whatever. But then the minute he clasps his hands together, the cloud lifts. The cloud lifts. The green cloud disappears. It was there a moment ago, and now it's gone. They both sit there, and the vicar just says soothing, murmuring words, offering Bindlewick to forgiveness, offering him joy, offering him hope. And after a while, Bindlewick's skin begins to warm. So using the sim manipulator, we are going to click on creature and we're going to click cure vampire. However, the potion that Bindlewick took is a permanent loss of those personality points. So he'll have to use the usual methods to raise his personality points back to the way they were. And perhaps Bindlewick's son, as he grows up, may show his father the continued path. So Bindlewick will also will always be, or at least until he is able to do his own inner work to cure himself, he will always be a little bit more cynical than he used to be. But perhaps maybe now he might find himself becoming more and more of a regular attendee at St. Agatha's services. But yes, in this case, through this storyline, we are going to choose to cure his vampirism through the power of the light offered into the darkness through the vicar's prayer. There we go. As the vicar is praying, he hears Bindlewick's voice. He says, "Vicar." The vicar looks up, his eyes a bit bleary from how late it is and how much effort he was putting into that. The vicar stands up and the vicar sits down again. He jumps up with excitement. He looks at Bindlewick and he says, "My man, you look like a new man ready for accomplishments. You look wonderful. That pallor is gone." And Dr. McHottie is back. Vampirism cured with the power of the vicar's prayer. And Bindlewick feels 100% better. He feels renewed. He still has to continually drag his mind away from dark thoughts as far as resentment, bitterness, hopelessness, lack of motivation. He finds it difficult to laugh sometimes. But from now on, he's a changed man. And there is a smile on the doctor's face. And on this wintry day in Kettle Falls, I'm going to leave you here. And we will be back in the next episode with more Sims 2. And I think it will finally be time for having a baby. Yay for babies! Thank you, as always, for watching.